Selamlar, and welcome back to the Ottoman campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. We are still fighting the British, and we're about to face this, Okay, I was sure this was a $600 million battlecruiser. I think that's what it said at the end of the last episode, but now loading the save, it's 542. Was it that old the entire time? I don't know. You can fact check me in the comments. Check the end of the previous video and see if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was 600 million. Anyway, we're gonna fight it. We got a bunch of battleships. It shouldn't be too difficult. It's got 6 14-inch guns and a top speed of only 23.6 knots. I don't know why it's so expensive. Alright. The silhouette didn't look too bad. Maybe it's built on a more modern hull. And that's why it's kind of pricey. Let's send the ships that are not the battleships home. We got Is No Good leading the formation. Let's just advance into contact. There we are. Let's take a look at our adversary. Mark III 14-inch guns. 22.6. They do not outrange my 13.5s. It's not bad looking though. I mean, I'm sure they could have squeezed in a fourth turret there. Main gun turret. Maybe by removing some of these secondary guns. That's a lot of secondaries though. But their range is not that good. Semi-oil and normal turbines. That should have been a very cheap combination. I mean, I got oil and gear turbines on these. Granted, they're not battlecruisers, but they're almost as fast as guns that are pretty much as good, but more of them. We're firing. Oh, my 13.5s are firing. The other guns have not made it into range yet. Let's drop our speed down to cruising speed. Cruising speed of the dreadnoughts. I don't really care too much about the pre-dreadnoughts. They're just along for the ride. Let's see if resistance is futile. There we go. First good hits. With HE, it seems. 4-belt pen. Yeah, 1.2-inch 4-belt. Another 4-belt pen. There we go, some main tower damage as well. Keeps closing in. These big 16s, you can probably load AP. Well, the main belt isn't that thick, but they got a pretty hefty second inner belt. Multiply that by 4, and you get almost 20 inches effective. 19 point something, 19.2. Which isn't bad at 135% quality, plus 135. There we go, that was a huge hit by something. What was that? Yeah, one of the 16s that I had load AP scored a full main belt pen for 10,000 damage. And there goes your ship. Alright. I mean, that went pretty well. Now, let's see. British advances 0, 0, 27, 27. And here is the their main task force. It's down here dealing with a military conflict. We're gonna engage it. Let's bring the battlecruisers along as well. That's 5,000 crew. And this was, how many? Uh, 12,987. Plus, we're gonna be like a couple crew over the limit. Where, can I drop some crew here? Darn it. I can drop one torpedo bolt. Or maybe a couple of destroyers. That sends them, let's have the destroyers harass an enemy port instead. There we go. That should be not too many crew. Or we could just get a peace treaty. That's also possible. Finances, we can bump this up a little bit more, like so. What are we getting here? Mark IV 6-inch guns. Mark II 17-inch guns. And Mark III 16-inch guns. I'm mainly just waiting for the Mark III 16s. No, actually the Mark II 17s, and then I'll untick that one. How much is that gonna be if 9 months? Okay. Well, let's keep that up. We've gotten double turrets on light cruisers and destroyers, so that is interesting. I'm pretty sure I've already offered the British a peace treaty. We're just waiting on them to accept. So we can improve relations with the US. Alright. Let's see what happens if we get peace or a battle. I think we get a fight. There we go. Agree. But first, we fight. That's a pretty big force they've sent at us, but we got a pretty big force of our own. With 8 torpedo boats, 4 destroyers, 6 armored cruisers, 6 battleships, although 2 are only 3 dreadnoughts, and 2 battle cruisers. They've got 5 battleships. All of these are, I assume, dreadnoughts. They got 1 more dreadnought than I do. 2 battle cruisers. I've seen these before. They're kind of explodey. 3 armored cruisers. Ooh, one of which is quite old. Natal class. 2 of the Drakes. Light cruisers, archers, Skilla. That's a new one. Carrisforth, that's a very old one. Vindictive, also very old. Those are the ones with only 4-inch guns. And underwater torpedo tubes. Only 3 destroyers. 2 Napiers and a water hen. Alright. I'm just gonna do some backup saves. Let's get some more victory points out of this. And if the Brits don't actually surrender next turn, at least, I think this is all the ships they have left. So that should bring down their army logistics. And then we don't have to worry about their army. Right. This time we're not just beating up on some poor old pre-dreadnoughts. Let's see. Let us organize. I'm just going to organize off camera and I'll bring you back because it's going to take a little while. Alright, and I'm still hoping that one day this game will have like a pre-battle deployment phase like you've got in Total War. So my torpedo boat squadrons have 2 different classes of torpedo boats mixed up. That's not a big deal. They kind of do the same thing. Although I think the TB-94s actually do that thing better than the 98s. So they're the ones I want to focus on. If they weren't like split up between the flanks like this, I'd have the 98s be a little more sacrificial. Just because they're the ones I plan on retiring, so I can reduce the number of ship classes I have in service. My 2 fast armored cruisers are gonna be kind of acting as scouts. Let's see, you can now join in with the battleships there. Gonna have them turn this way, and the armored cruisers as well. And send the destroyers out first, they got the longer range torpedoes. Oh, you're going at full speed, are you? No, you're slowing down. I've got a whole mess going on here with my torpedo boats. With these going out first, the enemy destroyers will be trying to follow them. Let's see, what's your cruising speed? 17? Yeah. That'll draw their screen away from the battleships. Hopefully. Making life easier for my destroyers and torpedo boats. Macedonia can focus Dana. Barbaros Hayreddin. Beta. Actually focus a dreadnought. Bayezid Pasha. Good, good. Battle cruisers. You don't quite have range yet. They're gonna be so much better once I upgrade your guns to Mark III. Bring you in this way. Abdul Hamid took a pretty big hit, but it's not like disastrous. Waterhen has lost her torpedoes. We can just go ahead and ignore her. We still got these armored cruisers, light cruisers kind of screening, but not really screening. Abdul Hamid here. By the way, I have now updated my my ship name file. While that doesn't change the names of my ships already in service, I would have to change those manually, which I probably will not bother, because many of them will be retired soon. Future ships I build will have different names. Let's see, these torps will continue on and hit their battleships, I'm pretty sure. we're gonna aim at the cruisers because they are in range. We're gonna hope to hit the battleships. Hopefully the enemy battleships and not my own. What are you doing here? What the heck? You can't play in a formation. I'll just have to have you sail alone, because that's also my most important battleship, the Bayezid Pasha with the 16-inch guns. You can't really have it be doing stuff like that. One destroyer slightly damaged, 3 in perfect condition. Torpedo boats are a little bit spread out, but it's not too bad. Waterhen has lost torpedoes. Basilisk has torpedoes. But they're chasing a ship they probably will not catch. I got plenty of ammo, and because these are the last ships the British have left, unless they build more, it's not as if I'm gonna need ammo for next month. There we go. First torpedo has struck Roxborough. Okay, one more destroyer has suffered some damage. It's not too bad. Let's actually focus Penelope here. Bayezid. Are those my incoming torpedoes that we now have to dodge? They might be. I don't think they're gonna go far enough to hit my battleships. Aim at the Black Prince and hopefully hit something else as well. Gonna bring in these torpedo boats more straight at the battleships. Basilisk is badly damaged now. We'll go for Goshawk now. And they're just chasing after what was the closest target, which was that cruiser. Let's see. I'm gonna be detaching you. Going for individual runs. Straight towards the battleships. You can start coming back this way. I don't want the entire enemy force just leaving the battle. Maybe I smoked up premature there on this squadron, but it's fine. We'll be launching at max range with you against Emperor of India. There we go. More of my torpedoes are arriving now. Roxburgh sinks due to heavy flooding. Actually, Skilla, probably a better target. Ooh, -9. Maybe Penelope, they're sailing at the same speed. Okay, Agamemnon. Anything. Oh, I got a rudder damage. You are launching. There we go. Almost forgot about you. Canopus. Pretty obvious target. Well, you can turn your guns off. Got your torpedoes away, that's the important part. Some of these might not make it home. But some of them will. What happened here? What happened here? No. You are not joining the battleship division. Got your torps underway. Goliath. Actually, Emperor of India. destroyed torpedo. Great. Will you launch before all your torpedoes blow up? Well, you got some away. Alright. Alright. Destroyers, you can come back if I need you. Most of these torpedo boats are dead. They're not gonna be making it back. Some of them might. Dash 7 probably will, but her torpedoes blew up, so... I think those were enemy torpedoes hitting Skilla. Yeah. They torpedoed their own light cruiser. We got some torpedoes on the enemy capital ships. Not too severe though, because some torpedoes blew up and some just didn't feel like launching. Dash 9, why are all your torpedoes still aboard? If you just launch at Waterhen, you'll probably hit something. There you go, some going out at Waterhen, some going for Basilisk. Oh, seems like all the most of the launchers are stuck. Let's do one this way. Do like a 180. See if we can make those launchers turn. Sometimes that helps. No, they still look stuck. Well, anyway. Because I'm pretty sure those launchers do rotate. I haven't had a problem with that in the TB-94s before. Goliath is coming closer. have all your torpedoes blown off before you figure out how, how to launch them. There you go, big rounds hitting the Goliath. (98-8) has reloaded. 94-2 has reloaded. That is in good shape. Here come the enemy destroyers. Now they're going for my my gun line, but that might be too late for them. That might be too late for them. Let's see. Maybe like that, so you can see like all the friendly ships steaming along and all the fire and stuff going on in the background. These cruisers here are mostly just waiting for enemy light cruisers and destroyers to get close. They're gonna go for Canopus. Or actually Emperor of India. There you go. You launched everything like you're supposed to. Good little torpedo boat. Yeah, no, they do have like traverse problems with their foremost launcher. Looks like. Severn has launched torpedoes at, well, you can see here. You're just gonna speed up. You're gonna have to pick some targets as well. You can take one each. Let's take care of the light cruiser threat here first. secondaries like that. Here come my destroyers back. Bunch of dead torpedoes on Emperor of India. Feta getting hits. Yeah, the torpedoes aimed at my battle cruisers are not hitting much. Penelope is gonna take it. A pretty big explosion. Yeah, aft belt ammo detonation. So Bayezid Pasha, you can switch to Royal Alfred. Be launching soon. Be nice if we could sink Flora. He's got enough torpedoes aboard to be a bit of a threat. Is no good is in trouble. Torpedo destroyed, yeah. Didn't just launch everything. Is no good is in pretty big trouble. Are you gonna launch your torpedoes, or are you also gonna be difficult today? I would like to not lose the is no good. Royal Alfred is making her is no good, lost all torpedoes. Royal Alfred is making herself a pretty big target for Bayezid Pasha though. 94% chance to hit. Let's see how many hits that actually results in. Quite a few hits, actually. Might save the is no good. There are a couple more battleships coming in at her. We don't have to worry about Flora anymore because she's got no torpedoes. You can just swing this whole battleship line around. What a laugh. If possible, I want you coming into shield is no good. Your sister. Where are my battlecruisers at? You come back here. They're needed. Flora sinks. And here comes my my favorite weather. Which is gonna make it difficult to see torpedoes, but I don't think torpedoes are much of a threat anymore. It's more all those big battleship guns all focusing at is no good. But now, what a laugh. Heroically takes all the aggro. Hope I don't lose her as well. Emperor of India goes down. Waterhen is out of torps. That's fine. None of these destroyers have torpedoes. And it seems Agamemnon is the only combat-capable battleship they have left. Canopa's too flooded. You can't really fire. You get kind of fire. There you go. Battle cruisers are coming back. We have like a better shot like this. Maybe I can clickbait you into thinking the is no good is sinking. Which Might still be the case. Well, she's hanging in there. The bow is still barely buoyant. Or maybe just like this. Well, I think we got some good screenshots to choose from now. Agamemnon starting to take hits. Canopus should be finished off now. Now, what do they have left and where? I think it's just this. Drop you down to cruising speed now that you're in range. That's a lot of armor on Agamemnon. Mark II 12-inch guns. Yeah, I think I've fought these before. The ones with the 16-inch main belts. Yeah. They're not that big one with the 17-inch guns that we fought, was it last episode or the one before then? Oh, see, there we go. I got a couple light cruisers left. Let's just have the escorting cruisers speed up. No torpedoes here to zone us out. Except for from Vindictive and Cossack. 8-kilometer torps. And there goes Agamemnon. There goes Basilisk. Goshawk. Is no good. Still afloat. If only barely, but still afloat. So she's gonna make it to the museum. She made it to retirement. Now we're just gonna have to gun down these light cruisers. And there we go. Very nice. Was that it? Enemy smoke spotted north. What could it be? Possibly a light cruiser? Northwest. 2 armored cruisers. Alright, yeah. We'll let these 2 alive. I get some torpedoes. We got Drake and Calliope. Both Drake class armored cruisers, so pretty capable. But Drake has an engine out. There we go. And there we go. Both of them now have towers out. Look at the 6-inch gun ammo on Messedia actually running out of secondary ammo. Yeah, Blue Sultan Salim actually takes flooding hit. 4 belt pen. And weather improves again. Nice. There we go. Main belt pen. 22,000 damage. And I think Drake will sink from that 3% float. I might pump this out. No, 2%. Yeah, she's going. Now just Calliope left. With nowhere to run. We got Bayezid Pasha joining in as well. But I don't think my entire task force will be necessary to sink this, because Calliope is going down. 1%, 0, there we go. That was the last one. Yeah, that was quite a battle. Is no good. Almost, almost sank. 5 torpedo boats lost. There's a lot of, mess with those. But that is okay. We got 261,000 victory points. The Brits got 10,000. And we wiped out most of what they had left. Let's see, yeah, Britain losing transports. Do they have any ships left now? 1 battlecruiser which is here. Let's send let's send the battle cruisers back. There we go, you had those. Bring you can bring these with you. And you can go down here and join the other task force. Here we go. We got a big task force here in Karachi. I'm just gonna send you home to Constantinople. With some ships going to what will be the reserve fleet at La Spezia. That will be Bayezid the First, the super pre-dreadnought. And these two with the long names. Actually, you can get the TB98s as well. There's one TB98 here too. Just so I don't have to bother making a refit for that design as well. They can, if not quite retire, then at least not be in frontline service anymore. That is it for this turn. Let's see, they are at 50% here from Eastern India. That's not good. Let's see if we can get a peace treaty next turn. And we do get a peace treaty. Peace signed. See, it is 600 million. Now, 13 billion war operations. That's a lot of money. Let's see. Territory. First of all, I want to take the places that they are launching major advances from. Like the land army stuff. Just so that in the next war, they can't just keep taking land from me. So, Afghanistan. Check. Let's see if I can take northern and eastern India as well. Now, they sure have a lot of colonies. Eastern India, northern India. Eritrea, that was mine at some point. British Somaliland. Ethiopia. Now, let's see, what else? What else do I want to take? Borneo, North Borneo, Sarawak, Brunei. Yeah, I think that's good. Bhutan. That's also like over here somewhere, I think. I could be wrong, but there we go. That's, I didn't get everything. But I got a lot. And that is not bad. Alright, now we gotta send some ships to port. We gotta send a lot of ships to port. Karachi, I think. Or Madras. Karachi. That can be the Arabian port. Is No Good and Waddle Off are going to the museum port of Heraklia. They get a proper retirement, not just reserve mothballing. So, once everything is in port, and I can put everything in limited, and on low crew when needed. There we go, did that save a lot of money? That saved some money. This is climbing back up. Once everything is in port, and repaired, we've got to pay a lot of money for repairs. Then I can max out the tech budget again, and we can start. We can resume expanding the shipyard. This is just gonna take a couple months, and then we're gonna design a lot of ships to replace some of the old ones. Yeah, that was a lot of repairs. So even had to suspend some of the repairs so I didn't break the shipbuilding capacity, but there we go. We can now bump this up again gradually, and we'll soon have this up to 200%. So yeah, I had to suspend these two. I'm gonna resume that though, but we've got yet more ships on the way back to port, trying to get repaired or retired in some cases. Alright, and even with a couple ships being repaired, we're now at plus 127 million. And I haven't even set all my ships to low crew, just some of the battleships and cruisers. So let's see about expanding those shipyards. 24 month, that's 3 billion. 7,000 tons for 1 year, 1.3. 16,000 tons for 2 years, 3.3. I think that's a better deal. Minus 10 million a month. That's not bad. We're gonna break even once some of these repairs are done. Yeah, also I need to find a name for that one. By the way, the new naming convention, it was suggested in a comment quite a while back now. Using rivers and regions and mountains and stuff instead of just people. Do not have a bunch of ships named something something Pasha, because that got a bit samey and I lost track of which ship was which. So yeah. Oh yeah, there's Bhutan. What was it I confused Bhutan with? Brunei. Bhutan, Brunei. Same thing. I should have taken Singapore. But at least if there's a new war with Britain, Singapore, Malaya, Burma, Bangladesh, not hard to naval invade. Burma especially. Rangoon is only 1700 tons. So as long as you have enough tonnage in the Bay of Bengal to initiate the invasion, you can invade the country with just a cruiser or something. Yeah, very nice. So, next time, we're just going to be building ships. And quite a few of them. Need new cruisers, need new capital ships, new destroyers as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring you along for all the refits. We're getting new torpedoes. Better torpedoes very soon. But I think for the destroyers and torpedo boats, I might as well just hold off on the refits until we're approaching a new war, and then refit them so they have the freshest torpedoes and stuff I have available. Right. But that's it for now. Goodbye, and take care.